When I was a kid, I would go with my grandfather up to the post office, and while he'd stand in line to mail whatever package he had, I would go over to the side and I would look at the wanted posters. I mean, these were some notorious criminals, and I was a little bit nervous as a kid looking up at some of those faces. Well, there was the wanted posters, and then they actually had the most wanted. These were the most notorious and often had some label of FBI next to them, or there was a manhunt after them. So these were the ones that garnered the most attention. Well, that's obviously on the negative side, but what if on the positive side, we could become most wanted? You know, what if we did our work in our industry in a way that made us insanely attractive to every other company in the marketplace? So that someone sitting in a restaurant and you happen to be a chef, or as we'd say in the South, simply a cook, and they taste your food and they're like, this is so amazing. I've got to have her. I've got to have him in my company, in my restaurant. Or what if, as a salesperson, you just did such a great job, it was so over the top, that you immediately got a job offer. Instead of simply going about your work every day, doing your job. Listen, doing your job, it's already taken. Everybody, quote, does their job, and it's usually, how can I do the minimum in order to get the maximum? Instead of, how can I do the maximum in order to become so attractive that I get other offers automatically? So we should be hearing things regularly like, I want you on my team. That's what it's like to become the most wanted. Now, what's the formula for that? How in the world do we become wanted? Well, there's no step-by-step. It's an attitude. It's a spirit. It's not simply going the extra mile. It's not simply under-promising and over-delivering. There's no process. It's a mixture of joy. It's a mixture of satisfaction that you went over and above, not because you expected anything in return, but simply because it's the way you live. So with everything we do, there's plenty of people out there who are unwanted, plenty of people whose paychecks are at risk. But can you become the most wanted? As always, success is not an accident. Be blessed. PaulBEvans.com.